If you were a girl, who would you be more likely to approach? Probably him. Less intimidating and judging by the books, he seems to really understand you. And that's how the performative male was born. Men started to use feminine energy and looks to make themselves more approachable to women, but things went bad real quick. As more guys tried this trick, people started to notice the fakeness behind it. Yet, leaving aside the deserved hate, this trend started because the performative male approach was actually working. Partially working, at least. In 1977, Pierre Bourdieu came up with a term called cultural capital. He discovered that social status isn't determined entirely by your looks or money, but also by the way you speak, the things you own, and your place within social circles. Performative males use cultural capital to gain admiration. So let's take a look at what they got wrong and what they get right. Number 1. Embodied capital. That's who you are. Now, the first thing people notice about who you are is your energy. And this is the first flaw of the performative male. They use feminine energy, which comes from the way they move and stand. Yet studies show that women are generally attracted to more masculine men because they signal stronger genes and competitive behavior. But there's a catch. Masculine men are also associated with aggression and less parental investment. Thus, every woman will subconsciously make a risk versus reward analysis before getting involved with a man. Why did you need to know that? According to this recent study by Jordan Foster, most of the performative males are already attractive with masculine features and come from the middle or upper class, so they signal both good genes and a lower risk of aggression, aka this feminine energy will work if you have Chad features but backfire if you're a normal dude. So most of us need a masculine confidence. Ex-FBI agent Joe Navarro can help. He revealed that most of us don't even understand what confidence really is. Take a look. This is true confidence. And this is machismo, or a theatrical display of confidence. As you can see, true confidence doesn't come from exaggerated moves or loud behavior. The first thing that you notice about him are his slow, deliberate movements. He never seems rushed, even though the press was already waiting for him. Then there's his glance. He analyzes every person's face one by one, while leaning in and tapping his hands on the table. It's like saying, I own this place, let's get this shit done. Now, the performative male's energy is useless for an average guy, but their speech is something universally advantageous for all of us. But how can you develop a more nuanced speech? You see, every language has 3 types of words. The ones everyone knows and everyone uses, the ones everyone knows but no one uses, and the ones no one knows and no one uses. To sound more refined, you need to use the words from the second category. Now, realistically speaking, you won't be able to spontaneously come up with these words during a regular conversation. You need to integrate them slowly into your vocabulary. How? According to Cornell University, you only need to use a word 38 times for it to become a part of your speech. But these words are useless if you don't say them with the right tone. Here's a quick trick. Grab your nose and try to speak. If you sound like this, you're speaking from your nose. Now try again, yet this time imagine that you're speaking from your chest. See, that's how you get a more elegant voice. Now, another attractive trait of the performative male is their personality. There's a thing called the von Restorff effect. Basically, when multiple things are presented, the one that differs from the rest is most likely to be remembered. The performative male hobbies include reading feminist books, drinking matcha, and trading Labubus. It's stupid, but they are at least different compared to the hobbies of regular guys. Me personally, I won't start reading the feminist revolution. So for fun, I did some digging and found a study that shows the sexiest male hobbies rated by women. On the other hand, this is a list with the least attractive male hobbies, even though I don't know who considers these things hobbies. Number 2, objectified capital. The things you own. In the Cult of Macintosh, it's revealed that people don't just buy objects for their functionality, but as extensions of their personality. Performative males buy all those items to signal that they are in touch with their feminine nature. A bunch of researchers discovered an exponential growth in the men's jewelry market, especially in departments like rings, earrings, and necklaces. But you see, this is where the performative males make another mistake. Trying too much to show off a personal quality makes you less trustworthy trustworthy and less likable. That's why those self-improvement gurus seem so fake. So what should you do? Be like a song. A song first catches your attention based on the way it sounds. You like it, so you save it for later. But after 2 or 3 listens, you start to pay attention to the lyrics. You relate to the lyrics a lot, so you look into the album, you learn what the artist was going through, and you fall in love with that song. Compared to how performative males expose their entire personality all of a sudden, you should let the other person get to know you little by little, keeping a subtle aura of mystery. Number 3. Institutionalized capital. The official recognition you have. Now this is where most performative males really fail. Most of them, baristas, art students, they don't have any big social recognition. But how can you obtain that? To find this answer, we need to look into evolutionary psychology. For most of our time on Earth, we lived in small tribes, so we were programmed to have a maximum number of 150 meaningful relationships. But although society evolved, our subconscious didn't. How would you react with the people around you if you knew that you were going to see them over and over again? You would start being helpful and nice. By doing that, you become indispensable and gain social recognition. But it's easier said than done. To be helpful to others, you need to be skillful, and those skills come from your intelligence. Fortunately for you, I know the video that explains all 3 types of intelligence.